My name is Angel. I did the 6 weeks challenge at Balance Flow, and I loved every piece of the pie that came with the challenge. I loved the staff. I loved the workouts. I loved the education that came with the workouts, as well as the supplements, the weekly meetings. I think it was something I was looking forward to see where I increased or what I didn't do properly and what I could, do better. So I was very happy with my 6 week challenge. I thought the 6 week challenge was a great way to reacclimate, getting back into some type of structure, working out, supplements, diet, eating protocol, more protein, less fat, less carbs. I thought it wasn't overbearing so that I would go home and I was so tired or I was so fatigued the next day or sore, but I could still keep going. What I did not do in the 6 weeks is I did not add any additional workout in because I wanted to see those initial results from just this, and I was very happy with it. I increased my protein, or I tried to, and I will say that is difficult. However, I increased my protein. I started adding some newer habits, meaning like chia seeds, flax seeds, things like that, to add the protein, reduce my fats and my carbs. But there were days, like anybody else, it was difficult, or maybe it wasn't the best. However, I stayed the protocol, I stayed the game, and it worked, and my energy was good. I saw the results. I actually took a couple pictures, like before and after in a bikini. The inches and the muscle mass, especially I noticed that I had no defined arms any longer. Right at the end of the 6 weeks, I could see that it was all coming back to being toned. Balance Flow started with me, it was only once a week. And I was doing that, and I was also strength training. However, I don't strength train, and I just come out twice a week. So I enjoyed it twice a week, and I think it was a good follow-up, and it keeps you motivated. It's 20 minutes. I mean, who doesn't have 20 minutes? The results just came in at 6 weeks. You're on this diet, and you don't see it, and you're getting frustrated, and that's why people quit, right? But I think it makes you feel good, so you keep going. That's when I really started to see the changes. Whether it was inches, even pounds. Actually, I'm continuing every other week, 3 times a week. It was a good jump start, and I am continuing for a little bit more once I can get into a better habit of eating without it and what my goal weight is. I will monitor that because I'd rather do it a little bit more holistically, but right now, like you said, I had some personal things. It was a great jump start. Doing the Miha as well, because it makes you think like, oh, I just worked out. Oh, I'm on this shot. I want to make the best that I have here. I want to give it the best, so here I am. I think one of the best things that was provided this time around to me were those supplements for some nauseousness, eating to keep you, or the Nutriline for the pills, the Nutriline for the muscle mass after, and then even the ones to satiate you a little bit. Once it wears off a little bit, you'll start to see that your appetite increases, but you can still take those on and off of it. That's what I tell people. You still have to do the work, and everybody's different. I didn't lose 10 pounds, but I've lost a lot of inflammation, I've lost a lot of inches. I'm happy. So I'm down 4 or 5 pounds, give or take. My muscle mass went up 3% in the 6 weeks, and my body fat went down 4%. I'm back on track because I was off track for a long time, in between gyms, in between things after procedures. Every other week, I will do a little strength training or some other type of workout, and then I'll be here 3 times a week, so that it accommodates, and I want to see where it goes in the next 6 weeks. This next round will be a little bit more intense, I think. I just kind of wanted to see how much work it really took, and not that it didn't take any work, but it wasn't like going to the gym sometimes and having to lift all this weight and having to like starve myself. I didn't have that. It was actually a very even keel 6 weeks. I never felt stressed about it or, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Anything like that. So this 6 weeks, I'm going to step it up a little bit and hopefully get to the next goal. This is my common answer, regardless if it's skincare or if it's like a protein powder. Your health has to be your priority. So it's where you want to meet your health and what your priority is. So my finances or my being is always my health first, and then the rest falls into place. So, there's a joke in my house, like, if someone said, eat this dirt because it's going to cure you, I'd probably eat the dirt. But they have to be your priorities or you're not going to do it. Any other weight loss journey, however you go about it, you have to be ready for it. You have to be mentally ready for it. I think you have to come in and give it a try. Probably the hardest part would be like the timing, the schedule, because so many people work. I would come in just so that I wouldn't have to go to that strength training, to give my muscles a break on being so hammered down and lifting 160 pounds or, so I don't know if that's it, but there's just a couple things that would increase it, meaning like you used to work Saturdays. The hardest part is scheduling. It's not such a big expense that you can't do it. We spend more money on going to a restaurant. I have a family of 5 and I spend what I do here. It is a very hard thing, but I think it's like anything. Think about people who are sick or they have cancer. They don't understand anything until they're walking through those doors. That's when they begin to educate themselves. So it's really starting to educate people and maybe tapping a certain market, right? I tell all my women friends, I'm like, you're crazy, you don't come here. But a lot of them work full time.